Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Smart Tank Revolution, where we always kick out at 2 tonight. We are your hosts. I am Joey. No need for you to know that's my business. And there is my wonderful cohort.
Yes, the benevolent, intelligent, excellent, and eloquent Mr. Donnie Wonderful, a.k.a. Big Time Donnie, and we are reunited once again.
And it feels so good.
And what was the occasion here, Joe?
Tonight was a night that we are going to remember, a moment in time, if you will. Tonight was the Elimination Chamber, Montreal, Quebec, 2023. And tonight was the night where a man would make you believe he could fly. It was magic in the air, and it was magic between the ropes. It was a good night overall. Don't get me wrong. There was some heartbreak in Montreal.
I would say so.
And we will get to that. But
yes, we will.
Yeah, overall, WWE put on another show that was wonderful in the Paul Levesque era. And you can definitely see the differences in these shows. You really can.
Really?
You don't think so?
I think that okay, so had this been a Vince McMahon show,
it wouldn't have gone the way it went. There's no way.
I guess, and I learned this from listening to Jim Cornette, was that the rule of thumb when it came to a Vince McMahon produced show was that you always had to send the audience home happy. Well, obviously, they're in Montreal where the hometown guy is wrestling for their belt.
Yeah.
So
belt is the thing that holds up your pants, Donnie, if you're talking about Vince McMahon.
Okay. He was wrestling in a
title.
A championship title opportunity.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Opportunity.
That's right.
So the happiest way you send the fans home is to have the hometown wrestler or superstar win.
Yeah.
However, I think tonight we still got that. KO came out, and the hometown guy got.
We're not there yet.
Oh, spoiler. Well, I mean, they're listening to this now.
They're listening to it now. You know what? But, we're not there yet. Vince McMahon, I think, is full of shit.
Wow.
Because...
Tell him why you're mad, Joey.
Because, what?
Wait. One second. Hold on.
Don't be telling me about sending the crowd home happy.
Hold that thought. I just want to say, just for our supporters,
here we go.
Joey Business, goodness gracious, he's in rare form today. If you haven't heard the pre-Elimination Chambers episode, please go back and listen to that, where he absolutely roasts and ethers Uncle Dave there, Mr. Dave Meltzer.
God, the weatherman.
And I swear, man, like today you were in pure rare form. Vince McMahon is full of shit. I'm like, wow.
He is, because don't tell me about sending the crowd home happy, because WrestleMania 2000, I remember a lot of very unhappy people in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
There was no happy moment there.
Oh, yeah.
I can name about another 10. Vince McMahon did not always send the crowd home happy, and usually he must have thought that he was sending them home happy. He meant the crowd being him when he was in the ending segment. And he's like, that was good, pal. Don't you think? It certainly was. I loved it.
Oh, that was
good shit. I'm going to go get my rocks off now.
Yeah, man, that was good shit.
I'm going to go get my rocks off to Stacy Keibler now. Give me a break. Give me a break, Vince. Shut up. Because Triple H is running it, to me, so much more organically. Things are room to breathe. Things are room to progress. Weekly angles are not being jettisoned because of a crowd reaction one week that isn't as good as the last week. They're not shoving. Listen, if Vince McMahon was still around, they wouldn't be pulling the plug on Baron Corbin and JBL. He'd be running that into the ground and telling you it's the greatest thing and telling you to eat another spoonful. Triple H, I think, has a much better ear. He will know when something's hitting a wall and go, okay, this is not working. Let's come at this from a different angle.
Okay.
And I just think the pay-per-views under him from SummerSlam on have really spoke volumes. I think the ratings don't lie. I think the fan support is higher. Yes, they've struck gold with this bloodline angle. They've done I don't know what they hit. They hit a fault line of gold. Like, they just really a seizure here. And it's hard to screw it up. And they didn't screw it up tonight either. It was somewhat predictable, but it still kept you on the edge of your seat. And it had you back and forth. Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they? And that's what a good match does. I think if this was the Vince McMahon era, we would have gone in here. This would be glorified a Roadblock pay-per-view or something where you're just like, yeah, this is filler and whatever.
Well, I think that when we watch and we're differentiating the differences between a Vince McMahon.
You're always going to be
show.
pro Vince McMahon, and I still love you, but not.
Hey, Vince, welcome back, Vince. But no,
Vince.
I understand what you're saying in a booking perspective.
Yeah, go.
But I do think that it was the responsibilities of the talent to orchestrate a match where they tell good stories. I don't think Vince is going out there telling them, hey, man, listen, we're going to be redundant tonight. No, I don't think so. I think that what we get with Triple H is we get good booking that we like. And he has some great stories and some talent that are paired together to create that great story.
And just, I don't know, they get more freedom. They get more, you could tell that it's not as micro-produced.
I can say this, that Johnny Wrestling would not be on any of Vince's shows at all.
That's for sure. And he certainly wouldn't have been second to last.
Yeah, and you could tell with I think to your point, the greatest difference between a Vince run show or shows is look at what Vince and Bruce did with NXT versus what Triple H did.
Oh my God, awful!
Night and day, apples and oranges.
They could have killed NXT.
Yeah, they should have. They could have.
They really came close to killing it. Yeah, I said this, one of my most famous quotes, and I have some because I remember them, of shows that we did before. I said Vince McMahon is COVID to the WWE. I recall saying something to that effect, either coronavirus or COVID.
The words expressed by Joey Business
and I stand by that segment. I stand by that
Vince, if you hear this, it's all his. I'm a fan, Vince.
I stand by that segment. I mean, by that sentiment. And, I will double down on that sentiment.
Hey.
He's the Novo virus, which is new and it's coming.
Woo!
Like, I'm just telling you, he's not good
He's
for
out.
it.
He's out of touch.
He's so out of touch.
He's out of touch. And I believe
he's a blind man who sat on his hand and it fell asleep.
You mentioned earlier that the fans were happy. I mean, that Triple H was taking over, and I mean, I guess the majority of wrestling fans have felt that Vince has been out of touch for years.
No,
that's why there was a big resurgence of interest in wrestling when AEW came along.
That's right. Because and when CM Punk said in his promo prior to Money in the Bank, not the pipe bomb, but the build-up workup. Mm-hmm. When they had the Vince McMahon and CM Punk sit down to the re-signing, and he said, "That's the problem, Vince. What, you don't know what makes a star in 2011 anymore?" That it just resonates with me because it's so true.
Yeah.
Now, again, we can go on this all night long, but that's not what this podcast is about. It's supposed to be about celebrating the night in Montreal. But again, Vince McMahon is coronavirus to the WWE.
Wow.
That's the last point I'm going to make on that. So let's just go to the opening of the show. It's like the news. 12 people died in a subway car pileup today. Now let's go on the other happy side of the news.
Let's go to the weather.
Let's go to the weather. Yeah. Okay, so we opened up with the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Can you remember who was in it?
That's the thing. Yes, I can. Raquel Gonzalez.
One.
No, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, one.
I always call her Gonzalez. Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan.
The 2.
Asuka.
3.
Nikki Cross.
4.
Carmella.
5. I know. And I was wondering when
Natalia.
you were going to get to this one. For some reason, I knew that she was going to be mentioned last. Natalia. Why did I feel that way?
No, so Triple H came out and said that, it was one of the best elimination chambers in women's history. No, I won't stand by that. He needs to go back and rewatch it. It was okay. It was an opener. That I can say it was an opener. And the predictable was the predictable. I went in knowing that Asuka was going to win this. I was hoping against hope that Liv would win it.
I was hoping that Raquel would win.
Yeah, you're very high on Raquel. Listen.
Just for the look and the aesthetic. Just, baby, I know she's not ready, and for mine, she's on SmackDown anyway, right?
Yeah, she's on SmackDown.
Yeah, so I mean, that obviously ruled her out, seeing that Charlotte is facing Rhea, but still, I mean, like to put those two side by side.
This was for the Raw. This was for the Raw women's.
Yeah, so what they would have done a cross brand, But I mean, but there's certain booking why they make booking decisions that automatically you can subtract this person out of the category.
They play jump rope with the logic. You know, it's about getting the best shot for Bianca Belair. We need something different. You got to remember, Bianca's been at it over 380 days now.
Yep.
So she's been well over a year. Wait a minute. How does that make sense?
She won it
At WrestleMania
last year. So
how is she over 380 days?
Listen,
it's not even WrestleMania.
This is kayfabe numbers.
That's some fuzzy math right there.
I've been telling you. I mean, listen, they're on the Enron math when it comes to these numbers.
They're on some fuzzy math.
Fuzzy math. I'm telling you. Like Bill Goldberg is 193-0, and then next week, Goldberg is 217. I'm like, man, I'm telling you. Hey, listen. You never trust kayfabe math.
Hold on a sec. 384. It's not even a year yet.
All right. How about this? 384 collective days, including the first title.
Yeah, I would guess so. Because, anyways, no, because it would make sense because Becky did truly hold the title over a year after beating Charlotte.
Yeah.
I mean, after beating Charlotte and Ronda. She
right.
dropped the SmackDown one, but she kept the Raw one for over a year.
Yeah.
And then she dropped it to Asuka because she had to relinquish it for the pregnancy. So, because tonight they made a thing saying that Bianca has now beaten Becky Lynch's record. She sure the hell hasn't. Anyways, so it's about getting the best match for Bianca.
Okay.
Out of all the talents that were in there, I think Raquel Rodriguez would give her a really good look.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think powerhouse for powerhouse. That's something we haven't seen in Bianca.
Exactly.
Asuka will give you something good, but I'm a little worried because I thought Alexa was going to give her something great, and that was a cringeworthy match. We already knew Carmella wasn't going to get... do I like Carmella? Yeah, I like to look at Carmella.
Wow.
But I don't think Carmella... and I'm a fan of Carmella's wrestling, too. I do like her. When she had the Money in the Bank twice, I think she went way further than anyone expected her to.
I want to put this out there. I love watching Carmella whenever Corey Graves is
yes, I do too.
Matches.
But
classic.
But I also think we've seen Carmella versus Bianca at the beginning of the title reign the first time around multiple times, and she wasn't even on her level. So it was like, nah. Okay, I knew Nikki Cross wasn't gonna. The promos would have been, oof.
Yeah.
Especially with this character of Nikki.
Yeah.
Not ISH.
ASH.
You know, so it's not that. So it became Asuka or Raquel Rodriguez or Liv. I was like, maybe they'll go and give Liv the sentimental thing, but they made sure that Liv got a good showing.
Yeah.
She got eliminated hard, but she got a great showing. That would have been crazy, face versus face, because Liv is a face. So yeah, they went the route.
I mean, we have babyface versus babyface.
I know. But do you think? Why Asuka's a babyface? I thought she was a heel.
No, Asuka's definitely a babyface.
Okay, so we have face versus face. Is Asuka the one who's going to take the belt off Bianca?
No, but I doubt it. But I think I think that's the best pair. I think that's the best marketable pair because there is no cross brand promotion. Asuka's on Raw.
Yep.
Bianca's on Raw. The promos for it are going to be interesting, but nevertheless, the formula that they can use is what they use for Bianca and Sasha. You know, You know,
reluctant acquaintances.
Because it works, and I think now with WrestleMania being 6 weeks away, we already know that we have Cody versus Roman. We have Charlotte versus Rhea.
Cody versus Roman more than ever now. Yeah.
And we have now Asuka versus Bianca Belair.
And that's as far as we'll go with that so far.
Those are the only three. And I like actually all three of those to be on night two.
Night two?
No, night two. Because here's my suggestion. Seeing
Rhea and Charlotte night one.
No. No title matches on night one.
Why?
Because I want them significantly different. because I know WWE, even though they might not acknowledge us. But you guys listen to the show.
They definitely listen to us.
You
They've
guys
stolen
listen
like
to
6
us.
of our booking ideas.
Exactly. So here's a pitch, another great pitch from Donnie Wonderful to you, head of creative, whoever you are. Differentiate the nights. Have night 1, all your regular non-title matches or your stipulation matches. Load up night 2 with all the title matches all in one night. Let's do it that way. So if you miss night 1, you got to go back and you got to catch up before you watch night 2.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I think that the since everybody wants to wrestle at WrestleMania, but let's make it the hunt, and let's make it the aspirations of all the talent to want to wrestle on night 2, when you call it WrestleMania night 2, Night of Champions. I don't know, do something different. Just don't mix them all together. Let's get all the titles. Let's get all the title defenses on one night. So if you're tuning in to night 2, you can't take a bathroom break. You absolutely can't. If you miss 5 minutes of night 2, you've missed a lot. Not that you can't do it with night 1, but I guarantee you, like when you compare the nights, night 1's gonna work their asses off to outshine the champions.
Oh, agreed.
And I think that's when you guys can discover the hungrier wrestlers / superstars and give them a push. Because if we get somebody in night 1 that loses in a great effort like a Chad Gable, then you know that you need to take that man serious. But I believe that they need the environment that's conducive for them to do that. I know you guys are going to listen to the show and not give me any credit, but I'm just saying, or give us any credit.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't put all titles on night 2.
I would do every last one.
I would differentiate. I would maybe put Rhea and Charlotte would be my main event for night 1, I think. But that's okay. We all do disagree.
What did you rate the match?
I was about to say that before we get... so I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I'll give it a solid 2. I'll give it a solid 2 count.
All right, fair enough.
Again, our ratings system for rating these matches are 1 to 3 count. Sometimes you may get a 4 or 5 or 6
Yeah, we'll
count.
see. We'll see what tonight brings.
But you know what? A 1 or 1.5 count, there's been cases where that's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's a solid 2 to open is not bad.
Yeah. And trust me,
I want to change mine to a solid 2 as well.
See?
Yeah. No. Because just thinking what I'm going to rate next thing.
In context, yeah. Because
solid 2.
Because from next was Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. And as I was saying, I said, you know what? If it's Brock Lesnar, we all know that the limit for this match is going to be about 6 or 7 minutes.
Yep.
It's going to be power move after power move after power move. Not to say that that's bad, because we can be entertained.
Oh.
Suplex City is enough. I mean, go back to WrestleMania. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar,
one of the best matches on the card.
5-minute matches ever.
Yeah,
where they got the camera angles right. Everything was done perfectly.
It was so perfect.
This one, I mean,
yeah, it didn't click that great.
This one, I would normally rank it a 2 count, because it was. I said normally. I'm gonna go down to 1.5, but 1.5 is not a bad 1.5. I'm not saying that the match was trash. But typically, when you follow a specialty match, you do it. Because remember when we were watching it live, we thought Edge and Beth was going to go there.
Definitely thought Edge and Beth was going to be an action.
Because that would have been a better booking move for it.
I think so.
For the sequence of it.
Yeah.
But we said, all right, we just had a Elimination Chamber with women, so they're not going to mix it up now. So they're gonna put the heavyweights on now, and I just gave it slightly below a 2 because I didn't like it being second for the pay-per-view.
I also just didn't like the way it ended. Brock doing a chicken shit move with mule kicking him in the balls.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
That's a chicken shit move for Brock Lesnar's character. So,
by the way, I have no idea who. I swear the babyface and the heel switched like 5 times during this promotion.
I think Brock is the babyface solid.
Not if he's doing that.
I know. If he's doing the chicken shit heel stuff, you're right. The other thing is, I'm really perplexed here. Because I watched SmackDown last night, and Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy had me hyped. And ain't one fucking thing happened tonight with them. So what the hell? So now, are we getting a blow-off rubber match, like a rubber match at Mania
between
Lashley and Lesnar? Are we getting another one?
No,
because this was a disqualification.
Wait a minute. No, I think because Bray came out and challenged him.
Bray came out and challenged the winner.
Well, Bobby's the winner by disqualification, but Bobby's the winner.
Is that really the end of the feud? Because Brock looked like he wasn't done with it at the end of the match.
Well, Brock's not going to be on Raw every week, so
no. But did they do an about face from last night already, where they said, "Oh, we're going to get Bray and Uncle or are we going to get Bray and Uncle Howdy versus Brock and Lashley?"
Ew.
That would make no sense. So I don't know. I'm just perplexed. It gets a 1.5 for me. It was okay. The power moves were fine, but it's just a whole lot of what? And not what? Just what? So yeah, 1.5.
1.5. Okay, so after that match we had
the Beth Phoenix and Edge versus Finn and Rhea. Gotta say this was a pleasant surprise. I was shitting over this before it started. I don't want to see the grit couple, blah, 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 blah. Man, Beth Phoenix looked great.
Yeah.
She looked... If anyone deserved a "You Still Got It" chant, Beth Phoenix deserves it.
She got it tonight, though.
Yeah,
right?
but she deserved it. Okay. Sometimes wrestlers just get in there and, "You still got it." Oh, Brady, I'm sorry. My dog's like, "What the fuck was that?" But he had his special weed bacon, so he's all tripping out right now, and I just totally ruined his high. He's like, "Motherfucker." But Beth looked great.
Yes, she did.
I would like to see Beth in a singles program. I think I hate to say it, Edge looked like the wheel tonight. Because
and I think that was done intentionally because there was a long sequence in that match that featured Rhea and Beth where they totally stole the show.
Oh God, those clotheslines to the collarbone were just beautiful.
Yeah, and Rhea always looked tall.
Yeah, but you didn't realize how tall Beth actually is.
Yeah, but I which is weird. I was trying to figure this out. Is because a few times they came face to face, they look like they're literally the same size.
Almost the same size. I think Rhea has lifts in her boots too.
That explains that can explain. You mean Beth had lifts in her boots?
No, I think Rhea has lifts in her boots.
All right, that's possible because I would give Rhea the slight edge as far as her being not slight edge, but just maybe some centimeters taller than Beth.
Beth. Definitely, she's taller, but not as tall as you think.
But I think Rhea's limbs are way longer than Beth's. Like
her limbs are really lengthy.
Yeah.
They are.
Like so. I mean,
it's interesting.
Yeah, it's real interesting.
But Beth is built like a glamazon. She's
true.
built. She looks great for her age. She's definitely more toned than she was the last couple times we've seen her wrestle. She just looked on fire tonight, and she can still go.
Yeah,
with intensity.
The double powerbomb spot off the turnbuckle was really good. I gave that match.
I'm giving it a 2.5.
Yeah, me too. Literally, we're firing on all cylinders together.
2.5.
2.5. It was a pleasant watch, and that is, I think, outside of the main event, a match that I would go back and
I would definitely go back and watch this. This was
and Dom.
Yeah, I gotta say, Dom really added to the match tonight.
Dom really adds everything. I listen. There's a video on this channel that talks about the future of wrestling being Jungle Boy and Dominic Mysterio.
I am reluctantly.
There you go.
I'm having a hard time disagreeing with that at this point anymore, because when I saw Dom on Not Sam wrestling today, he really handles himself well in interviews. Yeah. And he knows how to jump rope with the line between kayfabe and interview and give respect. And you can tell he's living a dream right now. He's just enjoying the shit out of himself. And I will tell you this right now. Hand on fire, if the WrestleMania match for Dominic Mysterio is not Rey versus Dominic in a retirement match, I don't know. I'll eat something crazy because I honestly think that is how Rey Mysterio wants to go out.
That would be beautiful.
I think he wants to put his son over.
I would say this too. Okay, so
who wouldn't want to put their son over?
I'm gonna branch out, and I think being a second generation wrestler yields you advantages that other people don't. There's a reason why Vince McMahon, despite never having to actual be a full-time wrestler, understood the business in a way that others couldn't, because his father ran a promotion.
Yeah.
Versus what Eric Bischoff did in WCW.
Yeah, you're right.
Or what Tony Khan is doing in AEW.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think like these guys, because it's in their blood and it's in the environment in which they lived in,
right,
they grasp it a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
So and that's in support of Dominic, because the contrast of that is Jungle Boy Jack Perry, who's
Luke Perry's son.
Yeah, his father was an actor.
Yeah,
but that can, if your dad's a thespian, I would expect you to actually not fumble on your promos. But
Jungle
okay.
Boy is great
at
the athletic prowess part of it. He definitely lacks in the character building and the showmanship. Give him time. He's young.
Give him some time.
Dominic has come leaps and bounds from being the bland, donut that he was when he came in, and he was just. Yeah. He's really put in the work. He's getting better. He's getting better in the ring. He's getting so much better on the character work, though, which is the most important part in the WWE. So I feel like this vehicle for him with the Judgment Day is perfect. I couldn't experience anything else for him. And it's going to be Ray versus Dom. And it's going to be, I want your career on the line, Dad. And you're going to get he's going to pin Ray. He's going to win, and he's going to he's going to cry his eyes out in the ring as soon as he pins his dad. You're going to get a break of character that is legit, because I don't think Ray wants to go out any other way. I think he's been saving himself for this. Because what they're doing with Ray right now with Karrion Kross and all this shit, it's filler. He's going to get Dom versus Ray one-on-one, and that's what we're going to get. And if we don't get that, it will be a travesty of justice, because that's the way Dominic should get his mega push, is through Ray.
I understand.
And I hope so. Karrion Kross, I'm at the point where even though Triple H is in charge,
he's on his way out, bro.
He's on his way out. And here's the thing too.
Tony Khan, call him.
I don't even want Tony Khan to call him. Here's the thing. I like Karrion Kross. I like Scarlett. Scarlett's great. But here's the problem. I heard Karrion Kross the other day bitch and complain about how it pisses him off that he's not afforded opportunities, and he needs that opportunity to break through in the WWE, and how he doesn't get that. And he's mad. It was a little bit like sour grapes that Sami Zayn's getting it. And my thing is this. You got afforded the opportunity. In NXT, they put you over like an absolute monster when Triple H was head of that regime. Yep. That was the end of the NXT 1.0. Mm-hmm. He did fantastic. Triple H brought him back in a very big way after Vince went away. Yeah. It's up to Karrion Kross to be brought back in a big way, but keep that momentum. He hasn't done anything that is entirely world-setting.
Is it his fault or is it
I have to say it's both. Because I highly disagree that Triple H is not giving him opportunity. I just think what they're giving him to work with... Example. Sami Zayn made a fucking background segment on an offshoot Montreal SmackDown. Turned the Bloodline into a household name. With a goofy angle backstage. That's how the whole Bloodline Sami Zayn thing started 9 months ago. Backstage at a SmackDown. Okay. It just so happened that Heyman wasn't there. The Usos couldn't be there because at that time the Usos had the thing where Jimmy couldn't travel. Yeah. So it was just Roman by himself. He had no one else to interact with. And Triple H said, hey, go ahead. Do your segment that you wanted to do for the last times. Because the reason why Sami and him got put together is because Roman put Sami over on a show couple months before that, when he did an interview, and they said, "Who's a guy you'd really like to work with?" And he goes, "I have to say I'd really like to get an opportunity to work with Sami Zayn."
Nice.
Because he's one of the best talents in the wrestling, in our locker room, and we just don't do enough. And so they took it to heart, and they brainstormed it, and they did it. And look where it became. That was he made chicken salad out of, my dad would say, chicken shit. Like, he didn't have much to work with at all. But look what he foraged and made.
Well,
Karrion Kross got brought back in the main event of a SmackDown, attacking Roman Reigns, attacking Drew McIntyre, getting major heat, hot. And then what happened?
Well, I think that
nothing.
That also goes to show that it sounds like the synergy that came off of the bloodline and Sami came from the wrestlers themselves.
Right.
So okay, now I understand even more. You saying that it's a combination of.
It's both. A combination. I'm not going to blame it all on creative, and I'm not going to blame it all on Karrion Kross. I'm going to blame it on the both, because it's your job. Creative can only get you so far.
Right.
It's your job to take the tools that creative gives you to engage with the audience and connect to a point where you are demanded.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross isn't in demand. We were just at SmackDown. Was anyone chanting for Karrion Kross?
No. No.
I like Karrion Kross.
I like Karrion Kross.
But
too.
was anyone fucking chanting for him?
No, unfortunately not.
So there's something disconnecting there. Who were they connecting there? They were connecting with Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
Connecting with Jey Uso like a son of a bitch, man.
Yep.
He was the second pop of the night besides Sami Zayn. Yeah. Listen, good mega talents find a way. They find a way to do whatever they do and work with it.
The New Day. That was their idea.
That was the New Day's idea.
That was their idea.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know. All right, so
I give you that.
What do we give an Edge in?
2.5.
Oh, we gave it a 2.5. I'm sorry.
So now I guess from there we had the men's elimination chamber. Do you remember who was in it?
Damian Priest,
1,
Johnny Gargano.
2. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano, Seth Rollins,
3,
Austin Theory.
4. I thought you was gonna mention him last. Honestly.
No, Austin Theory.
Okay.
Bronson Reed.
5 and.
Hold on.
Okay.
Didn't I say Damian Priest?
You said Damian Priest.
I already said that, motherfucker. Huh.
Yo.
Hold on. I already said Johnny Gargano.
He was in a tag team.
He was in a tag team.
He's in a tag team.
Oh, Montez Ford.
There you go.
Damn. And no, I didn't forget the black man because it's Black History
Month.
Month.
History Month, baby.
Jesus, no. But anyways, despite the fact that I couldn't remember the participants, this was really, really good.
Montez Ford, they really made. I'm glad they booked it this way. He didn't win, but he looked super
solid.
strong. And the whole time, Corey Graves said something about Dawkins cheering in the background.
Smiling ear to ear.
Smiling ear for ear. And I'm thinking Dawkins is doing the absolute opposite.
Yeah,
because
Dawkins
this man is and Dawkins is a good wrestler.
He is.
But Montez Ford is such an athletic high riser. I call him hang time. Man, don't steal that, WWE. Or if you do, at least
he is.
Give us some.
Montez Ford has single star all fucking over.
And I think that they're going that way with him. I
hope so.
Now, if they go that way with Montez Ford, what are they going to do with Dawkins?
I don't know. What are they going to do with Carmelo Hayes?
No. With Dawkins. No, we didn't even talk about Carmelo Hayes.
Oh.
No. I'm not pointing at your mic, so I know you guys can't see this.
Oh.
No, what I'm saying, what do you think they're going to do with the other half of the Street Profits?
Unfortunately, there's always one that gets left in the cold. It's D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. It's, all those other people that always happens. It's X-Pac and Kane. It's, I'd have to say, Dawkins doesn't have as much upside. Much as I like them in a team, Dawkins doesn't have as much upside. It's Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. It just... Well, no, that's not a good parallel because they're both pretty good. And I thought Road Dogg did decent on his own. But you know what I mean. There's always one. There's 1A and 1.
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, there you go. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Thank you. Old reliable. Old reliable. It's... Dawkins isn't... He doesn't have as much promise as Montez Ford. Montez Ford has future world champion all over him.
Yes, he does. I agree.
Future world champion, without a doubt.
So if you're Chad Dawkins, not Chad Dawkins, yeah, what's his first name again?
Angelo Dawkins. You don't even got his name right.
I was thinking of Chad Gable.
Jesus, Chad Dawkins.
Shoosh, please.
That shit. Fuck, stop.
All right. And if you're Angelo Dawkins, what can you do to lift your stock?
You're gonna go heel.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna go heel.
That's it. Nope.
That's all you can do.
Or
you're gonna find another partner. You're gonna go heel. He's gonna go heel.
Angelo Dawkins hit up MVP. The Hurt Business is reforming. Let's do it. But I mean, I know we focused a lot on Montez Ford because he really
Montez Ford shined in this whole match.
He sure did. He sure did the Spider-Man spot.
Yep, the Kofi Kingston spot. It's kind of like Kofi Kingston's becoming obsolete with those spots because Montez Ford is doing them without botching them.
Wow. Joey Business is in rare form tonight. Dave Meltzer, you got Ether. Vince got Ether.
Y'all can get it. All y'all can get it.
Everybody is getting torched tonight by Joey. I hope I didn't offend him.
Not PW Torch.
But it was no, I have to give you credit because you called the spot with Logan Paul.
Oh man, I called this to a T.
Right on.
I said
even to the color he was wearing.
I said cue the man in the yellow sweat. I knew he was going to wear yellow, but the fact that he was wearing a sweatshirt,
that counts.
And he showed up in a yellow sweatshirt.
That counts.
20 seconds later.
Literally.
20 seconds later, and there you go, WrestleMania all over it. I knew when they got down to Seth and Theory, we weren't going to get Seth, emerging victorious.
Right.
But I will say this: Johnny Gargano, he had an okay little showing. Montez Ford definitely outshined him.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed's the other one who really showed me something in this match.
They made him look strong.
This was something that was way better than a squash match. They've done some squash matches with him that just don't take to the audience. There's no reaction and connection. Tonight he got to show a couple athletic things. And I think to make your context, his stock went up.
Yeah.
And it was a good match. So as you know, we've already foreshadowed that Austin Theory retains via Logan Paul coming in, distracting Seth Rollins and not distracting Seth Rollins. Buckshot lariat Seth Rollins. And might I add, buckshot lariating him much better than Adam Page. Absolutely. Absolutely. The only difference is Adam Page does it in cowboy boots, which is a little bit heavier. So it's got to be tougher to do. But Logan Paul does it like it's a dance. Water. Like it's just a ballet. He's just so effortlessly floating and just, he's graceful as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm already hyped because now we're getting that program for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's another one that's pretty much in the stars.
That's in the stars.
That's why I'm saying, that's going to be a great match. Put it on night one.
Yeah, and word is, Uncle Dave reports it might have happened, may not have happened, could happen, it might not go happen, and if it does, it might not. That they've already filmed vignettes between Cena and Austin Theory at Cena's house in L.A.
Okay.
They've already filmed a couple times. So that's why Theory was at the Royal Rumble. They did something with Theory at the Rumble, but it was quick because he was there the night before and he had already filmed. They said that weekend he already filmed with John Cena.
Nice.
They've been holding on to the footage.
Okay.
So with WrestleMania taking place in LA, you could see... You can see, you can't see that though. That's the ironic part. You guys actually can't see it, but if you could, you wouldn't. I've been saying that Cena in Theory is in the cards ever since Cena did that return on Raw last year for his 20th, and they had the backstage segment.
Okay.
You could just tell that that's where they're gonna go.
Yeah.
That's the money match. That's the one.
It's a great.
Because to me it was. You either go that or they wanted to do Logan Paul versus John Cena.
That's another good pairing.
I think it would be a good pairing, but not as good as Seth Rollins and Logan Paul.
Well, that's because they're both athletic.
Exactly.
But I mean, like, let's be honest, and I may have not given this man, especially on the channel, his just due respects.
John Cena?
But he's
unbelievable.
John Cena, if you want to make an argument to me that he's the GOAT, I'll accept it.
I'll accept it too.
Wait a minute. Brett, you know how I feel about you. But I'm just saying.
We're gonna call it right now that Roman's the GOAT.
It's not too far off. John can be paired with anybody, despite any of the criticisms that he's had.
John Cena,
he can be paired with anybody. I think on almost any
roster.
Any roster,
I would kill to see
decade.
John Cena versus Kenny Omega. I think that would have been a cool match.
John Cena versus anybody, any decade.
Yeah, think about it. John Cena and AJ Styles, magic.
Yeah.
John Cena and The Rock, promo magic, okay ring. John Cena, CM Punk, Punk's best matches ever. John Cena and Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, one of my all-time favorite matches until he got kicked in the gut and Randy Orton became the champion right after. John Cena and Kevin Owens, amazing matches.
Yep.
John Cena and Sami Zayn for the first open challenge defense of the U.S. title. John Cena and Seth Rollins for the unification of said U.S. title.
Yeah.
John Cena and Edge. John Cena and Randy Orton. John Cena and Triple H.
Yeah.
John Cena and Shawn Michaels. John Cena and Dave Bautista. The list goes on. John Cena, Chris Jericho. John Cena, Kurt Angle. Mm-hmm. John Cena is the ultimate utility player. John Cena for 10 years wrestled maybe almost 15 years. Wrestled John Cena, Brock Lesnar.
John Cena is the modern day Ric Flair.
John Cena is the modern day Ric Flair. I would call it. John Cena is definitely, if you don't call him the GOAT, he's maybe 1 or 2, 3 at the least. But he is up there.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns right now, this run goes a long way to cement him as what I call the GOAT. We joke a lot. If Roman Reigns' only body of work was this, and this was your first time seeing Roman Reigns, and he's been on this run, I would say undoubtedly he's the GOAT. Because if this was his whole body of work, he's the best I've ever seen. However, there was a full 10 years before where he was shoved down our throats.
Yeah, okay.
He was not quite this level.
Now let me make this clear. Let me make this clear.
John Cena.
The praise for John Cena is real.
Yeah, absolutely. Not just because we know his dad.
Exactly. Shout out to Mr. Cena.
Shout out, Mr. Cena.
But that's no disrespect to the Undertaker, who has every right to that claim. Even
Stone Cold has it.
Even
Triple H has it.
Oh, Taker definitely has it.
Taker has it. Triple H has it. Brett has it.
Trips, you're my boy, but I mean,
Brett has it.
Well, of course, Brett.
Sean has it.
Yeah. I was about to say that. I was about to say unbiasedly, Sean does.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Obviously Flair, but I tend to say that it's typically the ones that never claim it.
Yeah, exactly.
And when has the Undertaker wrestled? The Undertaker had to carry bad guys. He never had no bad matches.
No.
And this is 30 plus years strong. And what does Chris Jericho say? Or not Chris Jericho? Somebody's the greatest gimmick in wrestling. So, hey. But I'm gonna rank that match.
My dog.
Your dog.
The weed bacon.
Flatulence.
Holy shit. You're gonna rate the match
2.5. 2.5.
No, I'm going to rate it a 3.
I was going to rank it a 3 because, well, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. The main event to me was a 3, but okay, no.
Stop the main event being a 3.
No. Absolutely. Do you want to get right into this? Let's get right into this.
Okay, no. The Elimination Chamber, folks, was a 3. The main event was a 3.75.
Look at you.
Now you stop right now.
Is a 4 count?
It was so close to a 4 count. I think I might want to change it.
The King Kong Bunny is a 5 count?
It is close to a 4 count.
The main event, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn.
Oh God!
Tips the highest, the top of the rating scale. Everything about this was great, and we were talking about as we were watching that the style. I'm gonna call it the style. It's Roman style.
It is. It is Roman style.
The pace in which he wrestles, the entrance is slow. The transitions are slow, and not in a bad way. They're intentionally slow. Sammy said it in the press conference. It took him maybe 5 to maybe 7 minutes before they even locked in.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the crowd. He's making the facial expressions.
Roman.
This is Roman style. This style works 100% all the time.
Roman is so good. It always works. And even though it's something you've seen 100 times so far at this point, it doesn't get old. It doesn't wear its welcome. It's not like Triple H in 2004 when he was on his world title reign of terror, and it was slow, but he dragged the matches out to be longer so they would be epic slow.
No.
This is you're not looking at your watch ever.
Right, exactly.
It's just, you're in it.
Yep.
He's a master at his craft. He sucks you in. And when he has an opponent like a Sammy or a Edge or a Daniel Bryan who's an underdog foil, Roman does his best work when he has an underdog foil against him. Not when he has an equal like Brock Lesnar. It doesn't work the same way. The style still works, but the drama doesn't intrigue you and suck you in as deep.
Well, that depends on how invested you are in who he's wrestling or
I just think it works better with somebody that there is a outside believability factor. Like a Daniel Bryan is the underdog. Do you think he can get it done? Tonight was the ultimate version of that.
It works best with a sympathetic babyface.
Yeah, and I heard the best comparison was from Ariel Helwani. I watched a couple of his interviews this weekend. Mm-hmm. He said tonight, if Sami Zayn wins the title, he said this to Sami Zayn, he said it will be Mick Foley and Worcester times 10.
Yeah.
And Mick Foley wasn't even from Worcester. And he's like, I remember where it was. It was Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Because to me, that is my all-time favorite Raw. It's still etched in my brain.
Yeah.
That December, I think it was 28th, 1998, is my all-time favorite Raw because I remember the end of the, yo, Adrian, I did it. Because it was thunderous when Austin's music hit, when he interrupted. And when he hit the chair, the pop was so, when the chair hit the rock, it was so loud.
Yeah.
And just nobody in their right mind expected Mankind to walk out with the title.
Right.
Ever. And it's still to this day got to be one of my top favorite moments in Raw. As a matter of fact, if you watch WWE's 30 Years of Raw Countdown, it was the number one moment on Raw.
Oh, yeah. And also, to add more historical context to it, WCW, when they made that announcement.
Oh, that will put asses in the seats.
Right.
He said that will put butts in the seats. He didn't say asses.
And that was Shivani that said that,
Shivani.
Right? Has Shivani ever has anybody ever asked him about that?
No, if we ever meet him, though, we're going to ask.
Because I wonder if that came from Gorilla or, I mean, I know you guys can't see the air quotes.
It wasn't Gorilla. What was it? Turner position?
Okay, yeah. I wonder if that came from the upper management.
The upper brass? I think so.
We'll say. Because as far as I know, Tony Schiavone and Mick Foley had a good relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
But at that moment, and I remember it. I said, "Oh man, Mankind's about to." And that was another thing. It was so unexpected that we're gonna
change
the channel to see how this thing plays out
because no one expected it. It had the reversed effect on it, where people were actually more intrigued. Because what was Nitro putting on for a main event? It wasn't anything spectacular that night. So they were like, wait, a title match? Mankind? Click. And everyone in the Nielsen ratings just went whoop right over to USA. So, this was one of those moments. Ariel Helwani said, he's like, if you win tonight, this is Mankind and Worcester. This is Mick Foley and Worcester times 10.
You know what?
I agree.
For everyone that had a sign that said, if Roman wins, we riot, I expect to wake up tomorrow to see
Montreal.
In flames. I want to see some cars flipped over.
Yeah,
like some
not the
vandalism.
Philadelphia Eagles, but no.
I'll just play.
The other thing is too, Roman's pace aside, the match pace aside, yeah, Roman's getting better and better at the facial.
It's Roman style.
And I love the insane talking to himself
Roman style.
during the match where he's like, they're booing me. Why are they booing me?
Roman
I
style,
don't understand. Look what I give you. What do you think? Roman Reigns, this heel run, he is Lex Luthor in the squared circle. Mm-hmm. Lex Luthor works so well as a foil to Superman because he believes he's the hero of the story.
Yeah.
He thinks Superman's the villain.
Yeah.
He's the humanitarian saving the human race
Good
from
parallel.
the all-powerful alien who's going to eventually wipe us out.
Yep, good parallel.
And that's what Roman feels. I will tell you this. We've had this long-going conversation, and we have not aired this episode yet because we haven't recorded it, about the top 10 best promos that we feel, the best promos of all time. And that list, I think, we've only got to a couple of them each with each other. We've never.
It's my yard now.
Yeah.
Are you going there? That deserves to be up.
Yeah, it does. But I will tell you the other best promo I've heard from Roman Reigns, and he's had about 7 of them during this run in total that are just blockbuster promos. My favorite one so far was his first part of the feud with Kevin Owens.
Okay.
When he first won the Universal title.
Okay.
I want to say back in 2021, maybe it was. Yeah, 2021 it would be.
This is when
he was
they were at the Thunderdome.
Yeah, they were doing the Thunderdome, but he was feuding with him and had the last man standing at Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
And he came out, and it was after he attacked Kevin Owens backstage. Mm-hmm. And he told his kids and his family on like backstage area, he's like, "You got to tell your daddy to come home, or I'm going to take food off the table. And I don't want that. You want me at the head of the table so I can provide for you." And the best promo was the follow-up because no one ever does this in wrestling. And this is what I thought was amazing. In order to be the best bad guy in any medium, you have to believe you're the ultimate good guy and everyone else is misunderstanding you.
Okay.
And Roman did this to perfection in the promo when he was like, Paul, he's like, I'm a good man. I'm a giving man. I give opportunity. I don't even dislike Kevin Owens. I like Kevin Owens. I get him in here. I shine. If Kevin Owens likes what we do and is a fan of our business, he should want me in the driver's seat. When I do good, everyone eats. Why has he got to be so selfish, Paul? It's selfish of him to think he can do this better than me. He's trying to take the food out of his kids' mouths by giving them a lesser value. Like, I'm sitting there going, that's brilliant. I've never seen that promo done.
You've connected with that one?
Yeah, I connected with it because you saw Roman with range. Like, you just saw this character work goes beyond the head of the table delusion. It goes to, this is a guy who fiercely believes, I'm doing hard decisions, but I'm doing this for the benefit of everyone else. Damn well ignoring the fact that he's really doing it for himself every single time, and he's truly the only one who benefits, and he oppresses everybody. But in his mind, his oppression of people is benevolent, and that's what makes it so brilliant. And that's why I liked even tonight with the little chitter chatter with Sammy's wife.
Yeah.
When he's like, I didn't want it like this. He wanted it like this.
Roman style.
We're here because of him.
Roman
not
style.
Me. Your husband is doing this to you.
Roman style.
Your pain is your husband. And I'm just
that
like,
was good. That was really
so good.
And you know what? That's actually good that you was able to regurgitate that verbatim quote for quote.
Yeah, and he's getting better at it.
Roman style.
These are these Paul Heymanisms that he has obviously picked up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because let me tell you, the suffering succotash Vince McMahon fodder that he was getting was garbage. If we got this Roman 10 years ago, he'd have been my favorite wrestler 10 years ago. But what I think it is I think he had to go through those growing pains because maybe we wouldn't appreciate how great he is now if he was this way from the beginning.
Full circle. We got a chance to see
and I
it
think
and
that's
experience
what,
it all.
to draw a parallel, and, you know, not to drag this on, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the match itself. That's what MJF lacks. MJF is so good out the gate that it's hard to appreciate how really good he is because we've never gotten a dark period with
MJF was damn near about to be turned babyface because he told the owner, he called him a fucking mark and told him to fire
what
him.
I'm saying is we didn't go through 3 years of Tony Khan shoving MJF down our throat that we didn't want.
MJF was a babyface and was Cody's best friend, and nobody really believed him because of his back then when he was Maxwell Jacob Feinstein
and MLW,
in the Indies. You know, he was the same, not character or gimmick, but you know he was the same stuck up kid, so nobody believed his babyface tenure. And then when he betrays Cody. You know, you just think that he's just going to be all right. You know, he's just going to be a regular heel. But boy, when he paired up with Wardlow, and the things that they did, the 10 belt. I'm gonna tell you what won me with MJF. Those lashings.
Oh, the 10 lashes.
The 10 lashes
that Wardlow didn't sell at all.
No, not to Wardlow when he did it to
Cody.
Oh,
that was brutal.
With the 10 lashes, I said, this guy, and then kicked him in the balls and ran.
That was brutal.
I said, this guy knows what he's doing.
No, MJF is great. What I'm saying is, it's hard to have an appreciation like Roman's level because we've never had to suffer through shit with MJF.
Hey, if you're good, you're good.
It is, but it's better to appreciate you, like, if you're starving, if you've had mediocre food and then you're starving and you get nothing but then you get like an average meal, it's going to seem like the best meal in the world to you because you've been starving. You know what I mean? We were starving for something different with Roman. Just like we were starving for something different with John Cena. We were hoping for a heel turn for like 6 to 10 years, but we didn't get it. Would it have made us appreciate John Cena more? No, I think it's just this is the way he would have worked.
It took John,
Roman, though, he is a complete character resurgence. And this is so organic. It works on every level. It works on his heritage. It works in his in-ring style. It works on his look. It works on his promo ability.
Well, we've seen this before. Everything that you said, with the exception of the look, we've seen this before. And I can reference Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah, I get you.
Bret Hart was stale. Well, not Bret. This is not me. This is not me. You know, I love you, Bret. I love you. But you know,
he was saltines.
It was getting to the point where it was cool to cheer the bad guys.
Yeah.
Right. And then Bret Hart's a heel in America, and not in Canada.
That was great. That was a great inverse.
Exactly. And that
wonderful.
And that rejuvenates everything about him. So now even his promos have purpose.
Yeah.
And he has something to talk about.
Yeah.
And those promos were according to him, those were his best years giving promos.
Yeah.
Because of that. So like what we're experiencing right now with Roman, you know, is just another example of something like that working. It's known to work. All right, like as soon as something gets there, and it's up to booking to actually recognize this. But for some reason, Vince really did hammer the pre-Roman. And back then, I was telling everybody you were a star, Roman. I was definitely telling everybody you was a star.
Thumping for you.
This was the greatness that always lied under the surface. As Triple H would say, it's the coal that became the diamond.
Yeah.
With Seth Rollins, they cultivated the coal that became the diamond with the authority.
Yeah.
And then he took off on his own and became mega, mega, mega hot. Roman,
yeah.
God, there was no pity for Roman. I remember when he was getting F5'd by Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania 6 times. And it was a bloody mess. I was like, one more. Because we just couldn't stand him in the main event. We were sick of him in the main event.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
And it was bad.
That was bad. That's actually a great reference that you brought
I know
up.
it is.
That was bad, and then Seth came
and then
saved it all.
Yeah, I mean, good Lord. 6 times he got fucking bloodied. I'm talking the solo main event with Brock and Roman the second time around.
Yeah.
That was I'm like, that was one of the worst manias, because that was the mania where John Cena went against The Undertaker in a squash match where he got out of his seat when he was in the crowd. Remember he was calling Mark Calloway out?
No, I know. I remember, but for some reason...
Roman and Brock was the main event.
No. Yeah, you're right. Because the year before they were outside in California.
Yeah. Roman and Brock was the main event, and he got shut down, and it was awful. Roman was getting booed the whole time.
Yeah.
Brock gave him 6 F5s. 6. Left him a bloody mess, and the crowd was rabidly happy. And Vince wanted them to turn on Brock so bad. Brock was a conquering hero, and Brock was the fucking champ who never showed up. He was there, and then he was gone for another 6 months. So, like, Paul Heyman, whatever way Paul Heyman constructed this run to come about, is the best run I have seen in wrestling from top to bottom. It is majesty booking. And you know what? Thinking about it tonight, which that was a really long tangent, folks. Yeah, there's the ultimate, wish fulfillment in me that Sami Zayn would have walked out with the belts tonight. But that might have been great luster for a night. Would I have woke up and gone into WrestleMania and said, yeah, this felt right?
Sami versus Cody.
No, I don't think so, because I think this kind of run with Roman Reigns, if you don't end it at WrestleMania, where do you end it? Is this good enough to end at a SummerSlam? Is it a Survivor Series run?
Of course.
Is it a fucking, you're going to end it at a
Extreme Rules
premium live event?
Let's do it. I mean, go off the board here.
No.
Go off the board.
No,
creative.
we need to end it. And they're running into territory where, we even said it tonight, it's the 6th longest reign in WWE history. We know what the 5th is. It's Hogan. Mm-hmm. One of Hogan's last reigns is the longest.
Yep.
That was 4 years. Roman's not going 4 years.
Well,
in modern booking, it's amazing. In modern audience, it's amazing that the audience hasn't lost Roman almost 3 years into it.
Well, because now, I mean, I guess from year 2.5 into, and then we're in year
bloodline.
3, the bloodline. But we don't see Roman every week.
You don't see Roman every week, but
we don't see Roman every
as I said in my recording
pay-per-view.
today, there's been peaks and valleys. There's been a couple times on this show, if you recall, where I'm just like, Roman's getting stale. I just want somebody to beat him for it. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
But then what
You
happened?
can space it out.
It's like a song that grows on you. You get sick of. You don't listen to it for a little while.
I didn't say that, Roman.
And then you listen to the song again. You're like, man, this is a banger. And you have a newfound love for it. And you're like, let's go. Well, that's what happened with this whole Sami Zayn thing for me. It was Roman was getting stale going into... I started getting not sick of him, but started getting worried that this could carry with the Logan Paul. Going into Logan Paul...
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were sweating bullets over that.
I was sweating bullets because I was like, are they going to just hot shot it to Logan Paul because people are getting tired of Roman? How much further could it go? I remember predicting, and I'm wrong.
The Rock?
No, I predicted that MJF was going to be the WWE killer. And that has not come to fruition at all. I will tell you right now, I maybe catch Dynamite. I catch it on a replay, mostly clips. I do not miss WWE programming right now. It's white hot. This is the greatest run into a WrestleMania I can remember in a long, long time. It's been this hot since Survivor Series in Boston. That show was phenomenal, just for the main event. And everything leading through that with the whole Sammy Uso shit, It's been white hot gold. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't end it at the top, where do you end it?
Okay,
at the bottom.
Who? End it if you don't
if you don't end it with Cody, I don't know where you go.
That's fair.
I don't know. Well, the only other thing I would say is if you don't end it with Cody, you pray to God the audience isn't sick of it by WrestleMania 40, and you end it with The Rock. But I don't want that. I'd rather Cody take it. I'd rather Sammy take it. I don't want to see Owens take it because he's had multiple shots. Brock has had multiple shots. I mean, build somebody new, but I don't know anybody. So Cody, to me, it's a beautiful story. It's got so many layers like Roman's story does. I'm okay after coming off the high of this pay-per-view and my excitement going in, as much as I am Bloodline, I wanted Sami Zayn to have his night because I said, if not, when? And I realized about it, during the press conference, I'm sitting there thinking, it wasn't about the wins and losses. It's about the night.
Yeah, exactly.
The night's going to be remembered forever because this is going to go down in the same vein because of the crowd. When a great crowd can make a mediocre wrestling show a phenomenal wrestling show.
Good point.
So this had the one night stand crowd. This had the Money in the Bank crowd. This had Chicago at AEW Rampage crowd. This had Toronto at WrestleMania X7 crowd. These are those crowds that make great shows. And this was the crowd. So the crowd was part of the story.
Yeah.
And let's get into the match construct itself. You said it's Roman style. But this was Roman style worked to perfection. And then Roman style is like watching a really good movie.
Yeah.
That builds to a crescendo slowly. And then it's chaotic and frenetic and then brings you back down to earth for the finish every single time. And tonight was no different.
It's a formula that works.
And the only difference was, are the Usos going to show up? Now, I knew when Uncle Dave tweeted out that ridiculous tweet that was so convoluted and triple double speak, I said, the Usos are coming tonight. The Usos are coming tonight. Because he went out of his way to be like, they're not coming. They want you to believe they can come, even though they're not. Well, guess what, Dave? You suck again.
Wow.
They are there.
Shots fired.
Knew Kevin Owens was going to be there. What did I call that too? I told you I called that a million times over. I thought you'd get the hug. I guess they're waiting for that feel-good moment to get the hug.
That'll probably happen at Mania.
It'll probably happen at Mania. My thinking is they'll be reluctantly together. There's issues they need to work out, but there's underlying respect is what they'll build upon.
Yeah, and plus they have history and
of course.
They're really good
and my
friends.
whole thing is, yeah, we are probably going to get the Usos versus Owens and Sammy.
Yeah.
Because I think we're not going to get Sammy interjected into WrestleMania main event. And the reason why we won't get Sammy in the main event of WrestleMania is the way the booking ended tonight. Regardless of how the shenanigans went down, the night ended with a pinfall on Sami Zayn in the ring. It wasn't a disqualification.
Nope.
It wasn't a, double count out.
Nope.
It wasn't some kind of thing where there was no decision.
Nope. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Let's move on. Unfortunately.
Just like the 3 count I gave this match.
I gave it a 3.75. But other than that, like, you got the haluva kick. Sammy kicked out of everything Roman had. Multiple times. He kicked out of 3 Superman punches and 2 spears, maybe 3 spears, before he was finally put down by a chair and other stuff.
But then there was the spot where
Jey Uso?
No, not Jey Uso. Not Jey Uso. I think it was after the second Halua kick that when the China Doll referee gets knocked out. Yeah. Sammy has Roman beat, and I think that that's foretelling to the whole world that saw it that this unbeatable champion for 3.5 years, going on 4, can be beaten. And I think that it has opened up the speculation for Cody
of course,
to be the man
to
beat the man.
Because Cody's the man, because I don't know where you go if you don't have him beat Roman. Yeah. You don't have anyone on your roster. This was your guy on the roster tonight.
Yeah.
This was your guy. You don't got anyone. And you realize that The Rock and Roman can still be for the head of the table. It doesn't have to be for the title. It can be for bragging rights of the Samoan head of the table. Yeah. And that's what it will be for in Mania 40. But yeah, no, I stand by a 3.75. It was done well. The camera angles were great. The crowd reaction was great. The selling emotionally from all participants involved was wonderful. Jey Uso really flipped the script on me tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was parallel with the chair.
Yep.
I almost thought he was going to deck Roman.
Yep.
There was a point where I thought so too.
We waited for it.
But to have Sammy inadvertently take out Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That's going to just lead to Jey Uso and the blood. Yeah. So
that all should be on night 2, in my opinion.
I'm excited. This was a great show, great go-home show, which could have been a speed bump on the road to WrestleMania. Instead, it was a launching pad. And I'm excited to see where it goes. And next stop, Hollywood.
Indeed. We'll see you guys at WrestleMania. If not before then. No, actually.
Oh.
We'll be back for
Revolution.
The revolution before WrestleMania. I like it. All right. Thanks for listening, guys.